Christmas is coming and there are so many opportunities to buy, and I feel like the internet always has a suggestion of what more you can spend your money on. But today we're doing a de-influencing video to help you not waste money on rubbish you don't need. I feel like it's easy to say that TikTok is one of the worst places for this, and there's been one trend in particular that has been driving me crazy, and it's this like, what's everyone asking for video? Like, oh, I don't know what to ask for Christmas. Anyone got any suggestions? Under the tree for me. Oh, it's just like, if you don't have anything to ask for, if you don't know what to ask for, you probably have enough. You probably don't need to ask for anything. Ask for a charitable donation to be made in your name. Do not come to TikTok for advice, because you're just asking strangers on the internet what they're after, and then it's just become this sort of like comment section of a wish list where everyone's just taking inspiration from everyone else, but everyone just wants the same stupid viral products. Taking gift advice from a stranger is not gonna give you gifts that are gonna bring value into your life. It's just not going to happen. We've all got different lives, different styles, different personalities, just so many things that are different about us. We're not all needing the same things in life, and everyone's just like, oh, I just want to buy the IT product this year, or I just want to ask for the IT product this year, and it's just makes no sense. There's no good reason for it to be the IT product. It's just advertising and what's fallen viral on TikTok. If you don't know what to ask for, it might be a sign that you need to just skip your presents this year. I do understand that a lot of us are out here having to buy and ask for gifts. It's really hard to just switch your whole family off of Christmas, and there is a lot of joy in gift giving, but like, don't just ask for useless tout on the internet that someone else tells you want. And yeah, looking at the comment sections, there are a few products that just keep coming up and up again, which I am gonna de-influence you on. Some of them maybe would be good for you, but I'm gonna guess probably not. Let's be honest. First up, the Hatch alarm clock.
If you are thinking about getting the Hatch, this is your sign.
The way that this alarm clock has single-handedly turned me into a morning person.
If you are trying to wake up earlier, the one thing I would recommend that you buy is the Hatch alarm clock.
If you are not familiar with, or you've never heard of the Hatch alarm clock, it's basically an alarm clock that has 1 million things in one. It's a sound machine, it wakes you up with a sunrise, like it has morning rituals you can do. There's a whole bunch of different things you can do within this alarm clock.
I genuinely could not recommend this thing more. I've linked it in my LTK.
I feel like this has been big for a while now, but they've got a version 2 out or something. Of course there's an update with more features, whatever, but it's basically this alarm clock that helps you wake up, because it's got like lights and sounds, and it's not your phone and all these other details. I get the appeal of it, really, I do. It costs hundreds of pounds, like that's a huge present. That's not to be treated lightly. The thing is, like, do you need to spend that much on an alarm clock? How much trouble are you having getting out of bed in the morning? Sit with yourself and figure out why you're struggling to get up in the morning. Like for me, I struggle getting up when it's dark out. So I sleep my curtains open, and generally the majority of the year that does a really good job, and I just wake up with the light. I don't need a fancy lamp to do it, I just have my curtains open. Sure, that means I get up earlier in summer and later in the winter, and I have a lifestyle that allows me to do that, but it works, it's fine. And if I needed to get up earlier, I'd just put on an alarm and I'll be fine with that. But other people I know struggle with like going to sleep, maybe they need like little white noises or whatever. Just play it on your phone. You don't need this Hatch alarm clock to do that. Other people like to put their phone away when they go to bed. They don't want it to be the last thing they see when they go to bed or the first thing they see in the morning. Get a normal alarm clock. You can probably find one secondhand. Someone's probably got one going spare. Just a little alarm clock that you set and then you tap down. It won't cost you hundreds of pounds, and you still get to sleep away from your phone. And if it's because it's just freezing outside your bedroom, this alarm clock's not going to help you. You need another solution. Like, I just think you can't just say this clock is going to help you with your sleep. You need to figure out what your problems are with your sleep, and then figure out if this is the clock for you, or whether or not there's a cheaper alternative, or like what can you do? Because that's a lot of money to spend. So just think it through. Don't just buy it or ask for it because someone on the internet told you it's the gift of the year. No, and the worst thing about this Hatch alarm is that to unlock all of the features, you need to subscribe to an app. You need to like pay more to use an app that allows you to unlock all the features of this alarm clock that costs you hundreds of pounds. Like, I don't get that. And honestly, there is a lot of smart tech moving towards this model. I've seen it in like printers apparently. I saw someone complaining about their printer that they stopped subscribing to the cartridges and then like they can't use their printer anymore. Like everyone wants us to be on these subscription models because it means they've got this constant stream of income, but like we're subscribed out. We don't have the money to keep doing this. I would say double check for any smart tech. Just give it a quick Google and see if you need to pay for any memberships on top of the product itself, because that's scammy to me. I think that's so bad, and I'd be so mad if I'd asked for like my big present of the year. It was a real investment, but I can't afford that for myself. So I've asked mum and dad to pull together and get me this like incredible present that's just gonna like solve all my issues. And then I get it and I realise I have to pay like £5 a month to use the features. I don't know exactly how much it costs for the hatch. That is an example I pulled out of thin air. But the principle is still there. You just, why are we in this economy? Why is this becoming normal? So yeah, if you are asking for any sort of smart tech, just double check before you ask for it, or before you buy it for someone else, because I'd be so upset if I gave someone a present and then I found out that they have to pay like £5 a month to use it. Like, no, when did this become a thing? And then there's the Skylight calendar.
For my birthday this year, my husband got me the Skylight calendar, which is basically just a digital touchscreen calendar.
Hey there, busy parents. If you're looking for the ultimate big gift this season, let me introduce to you the new Skylight Calendar Max. 27-inch calendar syncs with all of our existing calendars, and everything is color-coded so we can see who's doing what at a glance with no more confusion.
If I'd known about this product at university, my life would have been so much easier. It costs £285 or $300, but there is an option to pay for some extra premium features for around £30, $30 a year.
Honestly, this gift looks like hell to me. It's basically a Google calendar, but for your whole family. It just like collects everyone's Google calendar and puts it on a screen. Honestly, the Skylight calendar just makes no sense to me. It's just another screen in your life. It just collates everyone's Google calendars. I don't understand why you have to spend hundreds of pounds on this. It also has this little like chore section. And I don't know, I think the thing is that if you're a parent, maybe you think, oh, this is incredible. This will help me know where my child is. They never answer my texts. They never do their chores. What makes you think that a bit of tech on the fridge is gonna make them do their chores? If they're not doing them, it's not because they're forgetting or whatever, they just don't want to. You can set up a chore, doesn't mean they're gonna do it, doesn't mean they're gonna go tick it off. They'll either tick it off when they haven't done it, they'll just ignore it, or they'll do a half-assed job and tick it off anyway. Like, it's not gonna fix the problem. If they've not been texting you to let you know where they're going after school, they're not gonna be putting it in their Google Calendar for your benefit. It's just not gonna happen. If I do understand for some households, there are ways that this could be beneficial. Oh, it's a lot of money. It really is a lot of money. And we've always got our phones on us. So is this something that your phone can do? Or do you need to spend money on this extra screen? Do you need it? Do you need it? Is basically the question of the day. Do you need it? To me, it sounds like more maintenance and another screen in my life. And those are things that I do not want more of. I don't want more things to maintain, more screens to look at. I've got enough. I really do. Also, I don't know if you've seen, but Ugg boots are back.
Have I lost the plot? It's August and I have just had an Ugg delivery.
I've got my hands on the new autumn winter shoe. Aren't these just the cutest things ever?
It's officially Ugg season again.
Is different. It's a metal, and it won't go away just because you want it.
For some reason, I just did not see that happening, despite all the Y2K trends returning. I'm old, I've seen this film before. They were in the noughties, and I'm pretty sure I was already vegan. I've been vegan for like 17 years now. And just on the vegan standpoint, it's a hard no. A lot of their products don't just use like sheep wool, it's like sheep skin. Like, that's not vegan, that's not something I want to support. So I remember not liking them like 10, 15 years ago already because of that, and I still don't like them because of that. And also, please, other millennials, back me up in the comments, but last time Uggs were in, they were in for like maybe like a year to 18 months maybe. But last time Uggs were in, they were like so hot for like one winter, maybe a little the next, and then they were so out. Like, it was just so unfashionable to wear Uggs. I think they were like my first experience as like someone growing up of a trend that was just like everywhere, and then nowhere, like you wouldn't be caught dead in them. It's just ridiculous, and I can only see that repeating. I feel like they're really in now, and they've just got such a short time on them, and you can only wear them in the winter as well. It's not like they're like summer shoes. You've got like this much time to wear them, this much time to enjoy them, for the price that they cost, as well as the life that they cost. Bearing in mind, an animal has to die for this. I just like, it's not for me, and I just encourage you to think twice before investing in a pair of Uggs. I'm not a fan, and I'm surprised to see them back in, and I don't know why. Like, trend cycles repeat, which is why I'm very confident they're not gonna last long. Don't buy the Uggs. Whilst we're on topic of things that I've hated for a long time, matching pajama sets at Christmas.
You better get your family their matching pajamas before they sell out.
I hate them so much. I'm fine if you have one pair, one like Christmas pajama set, it might match with your partner or your sister or whatever, and you wear it every Christmas, fine. But if you're buying a new one every Christmas, please stop. Stop. You do not need a new pajama set every Christmas. If you've got a child and they've grown out of theirs, it doesn't matter if they're wearing something different to you. You and your partner can match, you can find something similar for the child. They've got so many cute designs. That's fine. Just have a good Christmas and don't buy a new matching pajama set every time. And also, I hate the look of it. My sister does it, so if she's watching, I'm sorry, but like when families do those pajama set photos. I'm just, I hate it. I personally hate it. So if it brings you a lot of joy, whatever, I guess ignore me, but it's so unnecessary. It's so silly. I just don't get it. I don't get it. That's it. I just don't. I don't. It's just so wasteful as well. Like, I think with clothes, you're meant to get at least 30 wears out of them. And with pajamas, I think we can all agree we're trying to get 30 years out of them. Like, let's be honest. Yeah, I think the rule of clothes is like at least try and get 30 days out of them. So if you're just wearing it on Christmas Eve, that's not good enough. It's just not. Like, I want to see you in those pajamas every day from November till the end of December. Like, you're buying this matching pajama set, you are getting your use out of it. Like, don't be so wasteful, please. We're in a climate crisis. Think twice about your matching family pajama set. I know there's a lot less of this one, but I am still seeing the ads out there. You do not need a skincare fridge. You do not. Especially if you live in the UK. Our homes are fridges right now. Like, we're not putting the heating on that hot. You don't need them. I feel like I've got a handful of products that need to be refrigerated, or beauty products. Like, it will say on the product, when I buy them in Lush, I find them on ice because they need to be refrigerated. If you find them on a shelf, there's a very good chance it doesn't need the fridge. So yeah, in Lush they sell their face masks, they're on ice, they've got a limited time on them. So I put them in the fridge. I'll show you exactly where. Do I need a whole fridge for my skincare? No, I just have it up here, kept in the fridge. I don't need a whole fridge for this. I have a fridge. I shall use the fridge I have. Simple. No one's complained that I'm taking out the whole fridge with my face mask. It's fine. It can stay there. It's good. It's fine. It's cozy. You don't need a skincare fridge. You do not. And how much space do you have in your bathroom or your bedroom to even be considering this? I do not have that life. How many of us do? This one feels a bit controversial, but bear with me. I've got to go to another room, guys. The Siri toothbrush. Do you need one? Do you need one? I'm gonna hazard a guess and say no. If you've already got a working toothbrush, you do not need this toothbrush.
Into my daily routine that just makes sense. My Suri electric toothbrush. It's a quiet, high-powered, sustainable toothbrush. The brush heads are made from plant-based materials and the aluminum body is repairable and infinitely recyclable.
Organization hacks. If your toothbrush leaves behind rings like this and is always manky on the bottom, then this toothbrush from Suri is a game changer.
World's oldest versus newest recyclable toothbrush, which will clean my state teeth better.
I feel like I've been asked to give a review ever since I got it, so let's get to it. Yeah, I got mine, I think, in April, so it's been like 6-7 months now. Generally, I do like it. It's very sleek. It's got a really good battery life. I rarely ever need to charge it. But I will say that, like, this button is starting to get a bit temperamental. Like, I just pushed it then. Did it go on? No. There we go. Okay, it's fine. Okay, now it's working. But there have been times where it's just like not turning on when I press it or when I put it back in its little toothbrush pot because my walls aren't suitable for it to be stuck on. Like, we've not got tile, so the sticky thing would just pull off the paint, so I can't do that little trick. So yeah, when I put it back in the pot, sometimes this gets hit and it will just go off. And then yesterday I was like having to punch it to get it to turn on. I got like toothpaste all over this mirror. It's not been the best. And I'm also in this like group chat of other influencers because this has been sent to pretty much every influencer this year, it feels. I was in this group chat and a few people were complaining about theirs breaking or like their brother's breaking or their boyfriend's breaking or something like that. And even in those situations, I think this is meant to be like an eco brush where they send you out different parts for the repair. Like, it's meant to be quite a repairable item. But in these situations, like someone said that they just got sent a whole new brush. I don't know, I'm not telling you not to get it if you need a new toothbrush. I'm quite happy with mine still, but I've got a bit of a question mark over my head and the jury's still out. I don't feel confident being like, get it, but I also don't know what to recommend otherwise. So I just want to say, if you've already got a toothbrush that is working well, stick with it. If you're in the business for a new toothbrush, do your research. This might be the one for you, it might not be. It's not necessarily the best toothbrush on the market, regardless of what you're looking for it for. But I feel quite confident in saying it's been the most advertised toothbrush on social media this year. Or at least I felt that way. Maybe it's my algorithm, but I've seen a lot of ads for this toothbrush. Just remember, what is the most advertised isn't the best. They're two different things. I'm never gonna get a brand deal with Suri. Like, honestly, I just want to be honest. In case you haven't figured it out, I'm making pea and mint soup. Peas, obviously. Onion, stock, and mint, of course. And for a bit more of a general de-influencing, one, can we just stop overspending at Christmas? Christmas is meant to be a time of joy and happiness and togetherness, not of getting into debt or your overdraft or just going over budget. Like, that's not joyful. No one wants that. And really, I do think a lot of us are in this cycle of, I don't know what to buy for anyone and I don't know what to ask for Christmas. So if we're all at this starting point, why are we spending so much money? Like, what are we doing? It's not what the happy memories are about. Like, I think we can really normalize doing stuff like budgets at Christmas. I've recently started dating someone. We've decided to do Christmas presents, and I was like, can we set a budget? Because I think it's just really nice to kind of like set an expectation of how much we're going to spend on each other and come to an agreement. Like, my biggest fear is really just turning up on Christmas Day and having like a £20 present for someone and realizing they've spent like hundreds on me. Like, that would be horrid. No one would enjoy that. By setting a budget, you're setting an expectation and taking off a lot of pressure. I think it's a nice thing to do. I don't normally do it with my family anymore because I feel like we're all kind of roughly on the same page. We know how much we spend on each other and there's no issue. If I got to one Christmas where I was like, okay, this was crazy, this was not balanced, can we set a budget next year? Let's do that. Or just next year I'd be like, hey, can we do a budget this year? It's just a bit of trial and error, but if you can, just set budgets, make it easy. With your friends, you can do 10 or 20 quid. You can do Secret Santas. Oh my God. Me and my family started doing Secret Santas a few years back. Just when us cousins were all like young and children-y, like it was nice to get presents from our aunts and uncles, right? But then you get older and like as an adult, I was like, guys, why are you still buying me presents? Why are you still buying us presents? Like, it was stressing them out because we were so old, we had everything we needed. You couldn't really spend £20 and get us something we wanted because if we needed it, we probably would have already bought it. It was stressful. So we've started doing a family Secret Santa for the bigger side of the family. So we're not all just going around buying each other little tatty pieces. We draw one name each. We get a £50 budget and we go out and buy something thoughtful. We really think about this person and try and get them something nice for Christmas, and it's just it's so much nicer. Also for me, I travel on the train every Christmas, so I've got to take all the Christmas presents I bought with me. I do often send some to be delivered to my sister's house, but generally I'm having to like carry everything. I don't want to buy lots of presents for people. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't have a car. I've got to get these presents there, and I've also got to take back everything I've got. I'm not a big fan of a lot of stuff at Christmas, just on like purely selfish, logistical, transportational reasons there. Another thing you do not need to spend money on is a new Christmas outfit every year. If you find one dress that makes you feel really pretty and sparkly, wear it again the next year. I definitely did that when I worked an office job. We had a Christmas party every year. There was one year where I'd gone from one company to the other and I just wore the same dress 2 years in a row. But generally I feel like I've got 2 Christmas party dresses in rotation. They're just sparkly, they're pretty. I do have too many sparkly dresses, more than the usual person, but I love a sparkly dress. I often dress up in them. I feel like I get to go to more events than the regular person with like living in London and being an influencer. Christmas wise, I feel like I've got like 2 or 3 dresses. I don't need any more. I don't get excited at Christmas to go buy a new one. I'm excited to have another opportunity to wear my green sparkly dress. It's part of my Christmas tradition. Like, I don't really get many opportunities to wear that in a year, and I'm really excited to wear it for Christmas again this year because it's like my Christmas dress. Why go through the stress of buying a new one when I've already got one that I feel amazing in? It's kind of nice to look back and see it in multiple memories. Like, just enjoy the dress. Same with Christmas jumpers. I've got 2 Christmas jumpers. They come out every year and they do the job great. I don't really wear them often. They're just a bit hot and itchy. I don't really love them, and I don't want to get more Christmas jumpers that I'm not really going to wear much. I'm already annoyed that I have to store these 2 away and bring them out like once a year. I don't need more. I don't want more. I've got 2. I'm done. Anytime I've got an invite where it's like, wear a Christmas jumper, tick. I've got the cat one, I've got the bunny one. Which one? If you don't have one and you need or you want one, there's Vinted. Go online, go find one secondhand. Charity shops as well. So many Christmas jumpers. They're just like cozy and lovely. You don't need to buy a new one. Other things you don't need to be buying this Christmas are products tested on animals. It's 2024. We can buy cruelty-free presents. If in doubt, there's always Lush. Everyone loves a gift from Lush. They've got so many like plastic-free products, whether it's soap or bath bombs or bubble bars. There's so many fun things to have there. Everything of theirs ethically sourced. It's a bit more expensive, but that's what makes it a nice gift. If people can't always afford to spend that much on themselves, there's that. And they've even got the new Wicked range. You don't have to buy Lush. I'm a big fan, but I know not everyone is. But if you're buying toiletries, just try and avoid the brands tested on animals. It takes a quick Google. Don't look at their FAQs. They're really good at wording it and pretending that they don't test on animals. And really, the truth is that they allow others to, or they're part of the cycle that allows animal testing and cosmetics to continue. So check that they've got a certification or that one of the leading cruelty-free blogs certify them. You want someone outside of their company to say that they're cruelty-free, you know? And if you can't find that, they're probably not cruelty-free, especially if they're a big brand. If they're a big brand and no one out there is saying, oh yeah, they're cruelty-free, they're not cruelty-free. We are not buying Starbucks gift cards. We are not buying those. We've been boycotting them for well over a year now. Don't do it. You can support a local independent coffee shop instead. That's very cute, very demure, very mindful. Support small businesses. Get people the gift vouchers for their independent cafe. The thing is like, obviously I feel like a bit hypocritical. I do buy and receive Christmas presents at Christmas. It's one of those things where it's like, It's part of the tradition. It's really nice. There is a lot of joy to come from giving and receiving, 100%. Like, let's not pretend that doesn't exist and doesn't happen. But I think the key thing is that you don't need to spend hundreds of pounds to get to that point, to get to that joy. It doesn't unlock at that much money. It really can just be a little gift, and it can mean the world to someone. It's like, roll back on the quantities, find ways to do like the budgets and Secret Santas, and just find presents that are going to work for someone. So like, things that I generally like is experiences. I'm taking my sister and brother-in-law out this Christmas. I'm taking them to a Pizza Express Live and having a nice lovely evening out with them, and that's like a few days before Christmas Day. That's a really nice gift which is going to be used and enjoyed and create memories. Nothing there is really going to waste. Gift vouchers can be really thoughtful too. Like, if someone gives me Lush gift vouchers, I'm spending it on the spa, I'm very happy. With my dad, me and my sister like to get him a cinema voucher at the start of each year. It's quite expensive. We get him like a little membership which gets him little perks and free shows throughout the year. So we do that because he loves the cinema. If someone's got a favourite restaurant, you can get them a gift voucher to there because you know they go there already. It's about just being a bit mindful about what will actually be used. Toiletries make a good gift because people do use toiletries. If you know what sort of like products they use, what sort of brands they use, you can actually make a really thoughtful gift there. Similarly, food and drink. Like, I love my wine. If someone buys me a bottle of white wine, it doesn't even have to be nice. If it's just a bottle of white wine, like, I'm going to enjoy that. I'm going to drink that. That's cool. If you're doing a little gift bundle, for example, like for me, I'd be happy with a bottle of wine, some nice chocolates, or like something a little bit off market and vegan that I could enjoy. That'd be so nice. And I don't know, maybe a scarf from a charity shop. Perfect little gift set for me. I'd be well chuffed. Food and drink, it just gets eaten or drunk. So it's a really easy gift for knowing that it's going to go to use. You do not need a new Christmas tree every Christmas. You don't need new decorations every Christmas. I'm in a house share and one of my housemates' parents had this tree lying around, so we got it. It just works out pretty well for us. And then the ornaments, leftover ornaments from his family, loads of them been through generations. They just had them spare and they gave them to us. Honestly, there are so many Christmas decorations already out there in the world. You do not need to buy new. Like, if you have none, you can send out a little text to your family and say, hey, does anyone have any spare decorations? Because people just keep hold of these things. They may have changed the decorations over 10 years ago and they might just still have some spare and be like, hey, yeah, you can have these or you can borrow these. They've run in the family. And then they've got like such a special sort of like memory attached to them. I love that. You can also find them on Facebook Marketplace, just so many little places where people are getting rid of their old ones because so many people are going out and buying new ones. So be part of the solution. Don't keep contributing to the problem. You don't need to go buy new ones. There are tons of old ones out there. Oh, one more thing I want to de-influence you on, and that is having a turkey at Christmas or even just other meats. So I'm vegan. I do it for the animals, but obviously you can also go vegan for the environment. Like, meat is just not that great. And I understand not everyone can convince their families to go meat free at Christmas. Like, my Christmas dinner, there's going to be a turkey on the table. I can't control that. I can't get everyone to give up, sadly. But we are going to have a lot of veggie food on the table as well. So maybe we'll convince everyone to switch to maybe vegan pigs and blankets this year. And if not this year, maybe we'll just get everyone to try them this year so that next year they'll be like, oh, actually they're quite nice. Let's do that. And we'll make sure that there's more than just like a vegan option for the two vegans. We'll get like a nut roast down in Wellington or something. So there's tons to go around. So lots of people can try it out. People can eat less meat and it all just helps. So maybe just consider changing one of your dishes this Christmas to a meat-free version. And I think pigs and blankets is a really good one to start with. The vegan ones are so nice, so lovely. Maybe even like going meat-free with your starters as well. Like, there are so many different places you can enact this, just at least one dish. I'd love to see that. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I just feel like Christmas can be just so wasteful, and it's time we started saying no to stuff. The problem is, when we're scrolling on TikTok, we're not really actively engaged. We're just scrolling, we're having fun, and all this advertising is just seeping into our brains when they're in lazy mode. And I'm just wanting to activate them right now to get us to think twice about the things that we're being told to buy and overconsume, because we just don't need them. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hit like and follow if you want to see some more, and I would love to know down below what sort of things you're saying no to this Christmas, because I feel like I've probably missed a lot of stuff, and you guys can kind of wake me up to some things I might be subconsciously doing, which maybe I could reflect on and change. Chat to you again next week. Bye. Mwah.